What's up? So we got a video, and today we'll be doing the history of Eli Moskowitz, or Hawk. Yeah, I'll be posting this on Eagle Fan on Miyagi-Do Karate Channel and the Beckham Review History Channel. Yeah, so we don't know that much about Eli Moskowitz as a character. We just know that he was born with a cleft. Lip, and surgery caused it to mess up badly. So, yeah, so we first meet Eli in Cobra Kai Season 1, Episode 2. Yeah, Episode 2. Where he's hanging out with Dimitri, and he meets Miguel for the first time, and they're hanging. Sorry, my dog's barking. My two dogs are barking outside the video, so if you hear dog barking, that's them. Come on. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, Hawk decides. Eli's just a silent guy. And then in episode 3, he decides to go as a lip fixing surgeon. So then episode 4 is when, and then episode 4 he's bullied by Kyler, and they make fun of it. He's bullied by Kyler, and they make fun of his lip. And then episode 5 is when everything starts going up Eli, because Miguel, after the episode 6 after the school fight, he convinces Dimitri to join Cobra Kai, but thanks to Johnny's, method, Dimitri's like, nah, I'm not gonna join. But Eli stayed, and Johnny's like calling him Lip, and he's like, don't call him that. But he's like, how am I supposed to call you? What am I supposed to call you when you have a weird lip? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, if you don't do something about it, your enemies are gonna look at that lip. So flip the script. So the next day, or how long that takes, Eli comes in with a super cool mohawk, and that's when Hawk is born. And because Johnny basically calls him Hawk, he's like, cool cut, bro, Hawk. So that's when Hawk is born, and so Hawk gets cool. I'm gonna keep calling him Hawk for this video because that's who he is. So Hawk, gets a cool tattoo. But you kind of see Johnny's, first strike no mercy, strike hard no mercy mentality rub off on Hawk or Eli or Hawk, because he, in the All Valley turn, and Dimitri's like, how do you get a girl like Moon to fall for you? And he's like, dude, it's not the back tattoo or the hair. It's just you gotta do it. It's confidence. So yeah, so he goes and so he goes talk to Yasmin, but Yasmin's like, boy, I don't want to talk to you, and leaves. So at the All Valley tournament, Hawk does the whole, rips off his shirt and does the eagle wing thing with, and Moon likes him, but he's like, it's Eli Moskowitz, not Hawk, and yeah. So I may have forgot to mention the whole, Hawk, Dimitri saying Hawk, and then Hawk saying, I hear how you're saying it, and I don't like it. I know I forgot to mention that. So then Hawk decides to take his no mercy mentality to heart and kicks Robbie. And then when Robbie's like, hey, is that toy brain to that silly haircut? And Hawk does not like when people call his haircut, call his mohawk silly. So, what he does? He kicks Robbie in the leg, injuring him, and Miguel's kind of like pats him back, like saying, like taps him, like, dude, what was that? And like grabs him saying, "What was that?" So yeah, so then Miguel kind of does that. He injures Robbie's arm even more, making Cobra Kai win the All Valley tournament. So then in season 2, we see Hawk start to become the bully character because he bullies Mitch and Christopher wanting to join Cobra Kai by doing this, but you guys want to be Cobra Kai material, and they're like, Cobra Kai material, and they're like, yeah, and they like, and then they get scared. So we can already see the bully in Hawk. So yeah, so then when they're disciplined by Johnny for him injuring Robbie and him injuring Robbie further, they're like, what is this? Like, why are we being injured for even we won the tournament? And he's like, hey, we won. And Miguel is even telling Johnny, hey, we won the tournament, Sensei. Why should we take pity on Robbie Keane? Not knowing that he's Robbie's son. So then the next episode, Miguel eventually finds this out, and that's when John Kreese joins the dojo. But Miguel finally, and he tells Hawk, and Hawk's like, hey, I looked on the internet. Somehow he looks this on there, and he's like, Johnny Sensei is definitely King's father. How do you look this on the internet? This is weird. How do you look this on the internet? So yeah, so they we heard about Rob being your son. He's like, yeah, he's my son. So what? That doesn't mean anything to you guys. Even we see the bullying Hawk as he likes Kreese's tough mentality better than so in episode 5 we see the full bully Hawk fully come out as he breaks out of his eagle shell and fully becomes the bully Hawk, as I'm going evil Hawk. He shades his hair red. He colors his hair red. Basically, the beginning of the episode was Eli saying how he'd never get a girlfriend, how he'd always be a loser, and then to Hawk with Moon. And it's basically like, yeah, that's how far Hawk has come. Eli was thought that he'd be a loser with no girlfriend because he has some dumb lip. But Hawk gets the girls. Like, you can see it. Like, Eli thought he'd be a friendless girl. His only friend would be Dimitri, and he'd be a girlfriend loser. But no, when they zoom in, you see Hawk with the tattoo and the red hair and the red eagle tattoo, and he's kissing the moon. It's just like, wow. Eli made it thought he'd get no girl, but Hawk does get the girl. And yeah, but unfortunately, this is the episode where Hawk can break up because when the new Cobra Kai, Mitch and Chris, are like here, and he's like, hey, someone wrote a Yelp review about how terrible Sensei Lawrence is, and when he sees Dimitri, Hawk's just like, oh, born best friend who cares? I'm gonna kill Dimitri. So he basically confronts Dimitri at the comic store and is like, hey, take it down or we take you down. He's like, I'm not afraid of you, Eli, you Bebop and Rocksteady. I love Team and he's like, and also I learned Miyagi-Do for his first time ever fight, and obviously he gets beaten until Sam and Robbie come in and he's like, 3 more like 5 versus 3. So basically again where Hawk eventually gets defeated, Moon breaks up with him and he's like, Moon's like, what the crap, dude? Why would you go against your own best friend? And he's like, he deserved it. And she's like, I like your hair, I like your back tattoo, but I don't like your bully side, so we're over. And then Hawk is just, so Kreese takes advantage of it and pursues Hawk. And it's like the battle's not over until you say it is. So he basically trashes Miyagi-Do, steals the Medal of Honor. Daniel confronts as Johnny is out of town visiting his friends for the Karate Kid film. Kreese upstairs Johnny's leadership and teaches them the first strike hard, no mercy mentality. And Hawk is starting to become a darker version of himself. So yeah, so out at Coyote Creek, Hawk and Miguel fight, thinking they're the only two, but obviously Stingray's in this. So yeah, so Hawk, is like, you want the mail so bad? Come and take it. And then basically, you want the mail so bad? Come and take it. And then basically get into a fight, boom, 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 and increases like finish him. So he basically kicks him, takes back the mail. So yeah, so Kreese gets kicked out, and Hawk is sad, like saying, why did Sensei Kreese have to be kicked out? So yeah, so at the party, Hawk tries to say he's not into nerd crap anymore, and so yeah, so he basically dumps a drink on Dimitri's head. Dimitri, he dumps the drink on Dimitri's head. Dimitri tries to roast him. Hawk gets mad at this, saying, crap, Mercy, I'm gonna take him out. So, and then that's where the cops come. So then at season 2, at the All Valley fight, Hawk kicks, he punches bad guy. He goes through Bill and Nate. He goes through Nate and Bert, and I almost said Bill. I don't know why I said that. He goes through Bert and Nate and beats him up and fights him, and then the All Valley and then it's like, fights and then he hunts down Dimitri, but then Dimitri's like, I'm sorry, best friend, and kicks him. Sorry, binary brother, and kicks him into the trophy case. So, as Kreese takes back Cobra Kai, Kreese takes back, Hawk stands by Kreese instead of joining, saying, hey, he showed mercy to Robbie Keane. If Miguel showed mercy because of you. If he dies, it's on you. So yeah. So in season 3, we see Hawk still falling by Kreese's mentality, but we see kind of a change in Hawk this season. We kind of see that him returning back to his Eli self, because he's questioning like Kreese's methods. About Kreese kicks Bert out because he won't feed a mouse to a snake. He kicks Mitch out because Mitch loses his spot to Kyler, and Hawk is like, wait a minute, why are we making all these cuts? The All Valley's like coming up. Why are we making all these cuts? And he's like, and Kreese takes on his, the strong will survive, da da da. And he even, like when Robbie joined Cobra Kai after being beaten by Sean, Robbie even uses his first strike hard, no mercy on Sean and his goons, and joins up Cobra Kai. But Hawk's not happy with it. He comes in saying, what the crap are you doing here, Robbie? You're the reason why Miguel was in the hospital. And he's like, hey, Robbie is our guest. And he's like, Sensei, he's the reason why Miguel was in a coma. And had to learn to walk again. Why are we putting him into Cobra Kai? And Tori, and as Hawk and Robbie almost get into a fight, which Tori breaks up. So then in the finale, he's in the season finale called December 19th. He's the one that leads the charge in front of the Miyagi-Do house invasion. But he realizes that everything that happened makes him switch sides and return to who he once was, helping Dimitri take down the Miyagi, the Cobra Kai's, and Cobra. Tori's like, hey, you two betrayed us. You two Miguel and Hawk betrayed us. You better watch your back. So in season 4, Hawk tries to Dimitri's forgiven him for what he's done, but not any of the others. He's beaten Bert, stolen from Chris, and he's stolen from Nathaniel. He's beaten and stolen from Nathaniel, and stole from Chris. So Hawk tried to. So they're kind of not okay with him. They're like, what are you doing here? Go back with your Eagle friends. So Hawk tries to train with with the Miyagi with the eagle fang, but they're like, we're gonna use on Hawk, and Hawk's like, Johnny, I'm sorry for turning against you and everything that happened in season 2 and 3, but I don't want this. I was kind of a jerk to you, and I'm sorry. And they kind of, and he even burns. And when Daniel gets mad at him, he decides to say both times he's right and tries to build a bridge. But so it's in episode 3, because Hawk is for not in episode 2 for some reason. When new Cobra Kai Kenny joins Cobra Kai, Hawk comes in saying, yeah, you better leave Cobra Kai while you can, because they're about to go down. It's not being pretty. Without seeing, he comes in to protect Nate and Nathaniel without realizing they were the ones that were going to beat up Kenny. But then at the Kenny, who's carrying all of Cobra Kai's drinks and foods because Cobra Kai is lazy, and not doing it for themselves, they decide to beat up Kenny, and they're deciding Hawk bumps into Kenny, but Robbie and not seeing the situation, he thinks Hawk is trying to beat Kenny up, so he goes to defend his mentor, but they call him a traitor. But then Tori calls Hawk a traitor, and then Miguel, and then as they're all looking down, Dimitri comes in saying, hey guys, stuff about Dr. Pepper and whatever, it's at the movie theater stand. But then he's like, oh no, not another rumble. And so Hawk next day decides to come in with a purple mohawk this time. Yeah, his purple looks better than his red and blue. Yeah, he took both his previous color mohawks and rubbed them together, making a purple mohawk. But sadly, this mohawk doesn't stay long, as previously happened. As I said, Hawk. So they decided to get revenge on Hawk. As Hawk, they strip him down, make him have no mohawk. So Hawk kind of just lost his confidence and becomes Nerd Eli again. So Eli, back to being his normal Eli self, decided to say, I'm done with karate. But Dimitri said, like, dude, you're the reason why I got into karate. Like, why are you giving up after all this time? So he basically says that, dude, just because you don't have a mohawk doesn't make you. Like, mohawk or no mohawk, you're still his binary brother. And so no more mohawk or no mohawk, he's still his binary brother. So anyway, so this motivates Eli to join Miyagi-Do. So to catch up, he decides to fight with Miyagi-Do. He decides to join the Miyagi-Do side. But then at the All Valley tournament, he decides to fight with Miyagi-Do, and Daniel's like, hey, he said fight with Miyagi-Do and fights against Kyler and wins. So after Kyler decides to be like, oh, it's Lip, and then Moon's like, hey, don't listen to him. Mohawk or no mohawk, you're still you. Like, you're still the same guy. And Moon kisses him. I guess they're back together now. And this motivates, and this risens the burning ashes of Hawk back into Eli. And he's like, I'm gonna win this crapping thing. And beats Robbie, Robbie beat Kenny, but Kenny was about to be on Anthony for Anthony bullying Kenny throughout the entire season. But then Robbie shows up saying, Anthony, you're a bully? Like, he knew Anthony, so he's like, Anthony's a good guy. But no, he's not. He's a jerk what. So this makes Robbie realize that Cobra Kai are really the bad guys, and he purposely loses, and Hawk, or Eli, becomes the All Valley champion for the boys division, and Tori, thanks to Terry Silver's meddling, becomes the actual All Valley champion winner. we'll have to see what happens with that stuff in season 5. So yeah. So what's gonna happen? So yeah. So I'll talk about. So that was the history of Eli Moskowitz so far. There's actually a bunch of other stuff that happened later on in season 5, but I loved Eli in season 4. Eli, this was his season. I know that it said that Google said that Jacob Bertrand didn't like the way they redeemed him, but I did. I'm sorry, Jacob Bertrand, but I love the way they redeemed this character. I kind of felt like they were like joking with us, saying, "Oh, Hawk's not really redeemable. He's just making us believe he is." But no, he really redeemed himself in season 4. I really thought that they were trying to make us think like, "Oh, he's really a Cobra Kai, just making them think he's an Eagle Fang." But no, he was really an Eagle Fang until he immediately switched to Miyagi to be by his best friend and binary brother Dimitri. So I really enjoyed Hawk's story, even though his story hasn't completed yet since season 5 is currently done filming. We'll get to see more of Eli or Hawk or whatever you want to call him in season 5. This is his season 4 story. This is season 1 up to season 4. I'll probably add some more season 5 stuff when season 5 comes out. But until then, may the Hawk power or Eli power or Miyagi power protect you. If you want me to do more history videos of characters like Sam, Psycho Tori, Robbie, Kenny, even though Kenny was only in 1 season, Anthony, even though Anthony had nothing to do to, was only in 2 seasons. It was only in 3 seasons. Season 1, 3, and 4. If you want me to do other character videos, tell me next time. And remember, may Eagle Power or Cobra Power, because I might be changing it the name because of Cobra Kai winning, or I might keep it Eagle Fang. Which one do you want? But may the book powers or Eagle Power protect you.